If I had a kid at Sport United, he'd be up for adoption anyway.
No, because that's exactly what my dad said to me when I was little.
Why does it just
my
wind
daughter?
you up, though? You can't respect that.
In my house,
to me?
the red crayons go in the bin.
Now, see,
Right?
see the
No,
thing is,
honestly, there's no red sauce.
But that's a primary
the
colour. You
red
can't
sauce
get rid of them. They're primary colours.
If I had a kid and they weren't a blue, then I'd already know it's not actually my child.
Would you rather hire Mikel Arteta when Pep leaves, or hire Jurgen Klopp when Pep leaves?
It's easy.
Easy.
Yeah.
It's easy.
Hold on.
Actual winner.
It's not that
Actually
deep,
won
is it? It's
something.
not like Klopp was a Man United manager.
Actual winner. Like
That's what's making me want to go there, is because I rate Klopp more than Arteta.
He's a way better manager.
Watered down Guardiola.
Which
one's better?
We're in
Absolutely.
season 10 of Arsenal FC, Netflix FC, aren't we? We're in season
What are you
10.
saying,
I think
Luke?
I'll go on this one, yeah. I think
They're
I'll
practicing
Yeah,
their
it's got to
throw-ins.
be, yeah.
Think about how much we'd rattle the Liverpool fans if Klopp just said, I'm not going to do any more English football, and then he just said, I'll go to City.
Arteta's done
Yeah.
nothing.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Literally nothing other than
He's not
finish
done
second.
anything. No, he's not done anything. I know he knows the club and stuff, and like he is a good coach, but maybe just a good coach. I don't think when it comes to the business end of the season,
We've
he's not
never
got him
been
over
one
the
for
line.
excuses.
Well, he just
and
looks
if he
at
was,
Pep's
we could
work
become
from a year ago and
excuse
tries to
FC.
do it. That's all he's ever done.
Well, he's great at laying the cones out for Pep. He was fantastic at doing it.
Like,
He used
literally
to do it in
watched
2
the
little rows.
behind-the-scenes thing was of him training Sterling for Pep.
The more I
And
think
like,
about
like-
it, the more I think, why did we take so long to all walk over there?
Yeah, I think it was just it was a bit of
That's the
a
only
rogue
thing.
one.
Which one do we dislike?
Klopp's a little bit annoying.
And if we're being honest as well, like the football would be a bit different, and I wouldn't mind it. It's like, you know, don't want to change, but it'd be different at least. And
I
that's
just
the
love to
watered
see the
down
head
Pep
loss,
stuff.
even if he got. If he went
Because
after a month.
he left him because he was retiring, right?
Exactly.
For him to come back would be
He was
mint.
tired because of Pep.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
Is there anyone?
Company,
some good or some
company.
fun, you know
What
what I
about
mean?
company as well?
Vincent Company.
Yeah, I do
Vincent
company.
Company.
You know, it's all going to come this
Of a
way.
Klopp.
Company.
I've got to have Klopp.
Yeah.
Nah, company all day.
Company's
yeah.
fun narrative, but I want to win things. Do you know what I mean? Klopp's going to
Well,
win titles.
Klopp's
I'm not sure about company.
burnt
but
out,
I'm-
mate.
Now, to me, football's all about the stories and about the narrative and the romance. And Vinny Company's got a statue out. He might blow up in our faces.
It's like Lampard at Chelsea. You'd give it a go, wouldn't you?
That's the issue, though. It's like that. If Company had won a Champions League, of course I'm there. But
Lampard's time at Chelsea's not been soured.
I think Vincent's
your
only
best
very
manager.
Vincent's
What,
only
why
very
deny
young into
yourself?
it.
Like winning the league with Klopp would be great, but winning it with Vincent Company, I'm not.
Also,
I don't know if he could.
Sorry,
I don't know if
it
he could.
means more.
Yeah, but
more,
he's got such a legacy company at City. He's not got anything to lose. He could finish 10th, and we wouldn't really be.
Yeah, but who's
that
more likely
bothered.
to win you a Premier League next season, a Champions League next season? I think it would be Klopp right now. It would be.
But imagine you rejected the
I looked
chance
at Bayern
of
Munich
company.
in the Champions League, no win
It's
yet.
just, it's a dream. It's like a crazy dream for him to come back as a player, statue outside the ground, and then win your league as a
That's
manager.
what I mean. I'm here for the.
That's
I'm here
what
for the
football's
vibes.
about. Absolutely that.
Listen, Jurgen's
Trophies.
proven. You know what I mean?
Trophies.
He's
And the
proven.
reason we chose Klopp was because the same reason, Liverpool manager over Arteta. But this company's different.
But if Company's further along in his career, then I agree with you. But look, I know they won the league title last season, but in the Champions League, they look
thing
poor
is,
in
for
my
me,
opinion.
some things transcend this immediate urge for trophies. Some things for me, for like Vincent Company, is more than just a trophy.
I think
Company
Vincent
is
gets.
part of the law of this
I think he
company.
gets this
company,
club.
this club. You
I
know,
think
like,
Vincent gets it because he's the captain. His standards, everything about Vincent when he was here, he gets it. So I think we're here for the fairy tale.
Would you rather have a kid who supports United or no kids at all?
Oh my!
Oh,
That's nasty.
Oh, that is horrible.
I can't do that, man.
I've got a daughter. She don't like football.
Yeah,
That's fine.
If I had a kid at Sport United, he'd be up for adoption
No,
anyway.
no, because that's exactly what my dad said to me when I was little. But the thing is, what's gone wrong in his life or her life? For them to support United, I've failed them. What else has gone
doesn't
wrong?
mean I have to love them as
no,
much,
No,
but
no,
I've
but
got to get rid of them.
what else has gone wrong in their life?
Sorry.
Though? If they've rejected me as a father that much, they've said I'm going to support
You've not done your
United.
job there.
I'd
I'm gonna
rather
be-
not
I'm
have
gonna
one.
be honest,
They
it
do
would
just
be
to
my
wind
daughter.
you up, though. You
No,
can't
they-
respect
but if
that.
no,
I've got kids,
it's not.
and then there's a
Can't be
stage of life where the kids do say that to wind you up, but you just ignore it.
it might
If
be
you
a
fall
wind-up,
for it,
exactly.
If you fall for
So
it,
you could just not have them. If you
Listen,
rather
let
than
me just
not
tell
have
you
them.
this:
Get rid of
in
them.
my
kids
house,
failed.
in my
It might
house,
happen to me.
the red crayons go in the bin.
Now, see,
Right?
see the
Now,
thing is,
honestly, there's no red sauce.
But that's a primary
Oh, yeah,
colour.
the
You
red
can't
sauce
get rid of them. They're primary colours.
For me, if I had a kid and they weren't a blue, then I'd already know it's not actually my child.
I've got trauma from
Jeremy
I've
Carl.
got a trauma from Man United. When I was a kid in school, it was bad. Yeah, it was bad. Man City are ruining adult lives now. Pep Guardiola is ruining grown men's lives.
There's no chance my sons aren't being City fans. They've got
Exactly.
no choice. But
So-
my first one's literally named Ruben because I saw the name Ruben Diaz.
But how much have you failed as a father? How far has it gone?
thing is,
I couldn't
been
live with
family,
myself. Imagine your whole
We are
legacy,
family, lads. Come on.
your whole legacy as a
you know
father.
what? Sorry,
is
lads, I'm
United
back
fan.
over
No, no.
He believes in family. Come on.
I'm so sad
whole
there because
legacy.
of United.
They didn't say
Kids
get
are
rid of the
United
kids. He
fan.
said, would you rather have no kids?
No kids,
Or
no.
your
You're not-
kids-
you're not
your
just
kids
getting
being-
rid of
They
them.
are. They exist in my head already. Like,
I'd save a load of dough. I've got no kids running around. My house would be immaculate. I could go to any City away games without anyone nagging, and I wouldn't have this
You do
little
already.
thing running around in United.
you do already.
I wouldn't have to deal with that. I wouldn't have to deal with that.
Would you rather sell Haaland and Ruben Diaz or sell Rodri?
Sorry, lads. Nah, Rodri. You're selling Rodri?
I'm thinking it on a pure. I don't think Diaz comes into it that much. He's more of like a sweetener on
Yeah,
on
Diaz
having to
isn't.
sell.
Well,
I think as much as he's a good player.
Yeah, but it's Haaland,
I
isn't
don't
it?
think I'm affected too.
That's what I'm saying. I'm selling Rodri to keep.
Hold on. Let's look at
I'm
this.
keeping
What,
Haaland, mate.
what has Rodri done for City and what has Haaland
age,
done for
it's
City?
age, Daps, it's age,
no,
mate.
but out of, if you're looking at Rodri
How
and
old's Rodri?
Haaland,
Which is Rodri? Is
29.
that sell Rodri?
Yeah, I'm selling Rodri.
Oh,
it's
God.
horrible, but he's
You're selling
29.
Rodri now.
Haaland's like 24,
He's also
mate.
got
But hold on,
injury
hold
as
on.
well.
ACL injury.
The age thing's huge.
Right
for
this second.
for me, it's what
It's
I get, and the injury.
can't
So I do
decide,
hear
man.
it, but for me, Rodri won us the Champions League.
I know.
Rodri won a
Well,
Ballon d'Or.
Haaland's got 10 years. He's signed a 10-year
10-year
deal.
contract.
You've got
He's
9
the
of that
main man
left.
for the next
And Rodri,
9
how many
years.
more years at City is he going to get? 4, maybe?
Can't underrate a
5?
centre back as well. He was
So hold on, are we
Well,
getting
Haaland's
rid?
going to
Are
have
we
9
getting
years.
rid of
Diaz
centre
on
back?
top.
You
We
need
didn't
a
mention
centre-back.
Diaz.
Are we getting rid of centre?
No, I'm just thinking, brain-wise, it's like I'd rather keep Haaland for the next 9
Yeah.
than don't
Come
forget
on,
Rodri
Stephen.
with his injury
Can't
as well.
decide,
We've got
man.
a-
Wait and see what you'll say.
Rodri brought us them big ears, so I'm
Did he though?
saying it.
Haaland,
Yeah, he did.
yeah, he got-
Yeah,
Haaland
that
got
final-
52 goals, mate.
Nah, that
Without Haaland's
final-
goals,
52
mate,
goals.
It's probably the
mate.
same. It's the
52
same level of
games.
contribution.
It's the age.
Nah,
You've got to
but
write it
even
down
if you look at that season without,
29-year-old
hold on a second, we've just had a season without Rodri.
I'm not
So
saying
you're
Rodri,
talking-
I think
hold on.
City would-
When
City
you're
would
talking about
sell
Haaland and the goals he
Rodri.
got that season, right?
They better not
Rodri
spin
was
this to
injured
say we're
that
selling Rodri
season.
for 50
I
million.
know. No, I think City would choose this, annoyingly.
Yeah, because
But
need
when
a
you're
centre-back as well, you
when
need a
you're
centre-back.
talking
I don't
about,
think it's that
lads,
much
we've
of a
just
debate,
had a season without Rodri, and we saw what happened, right?
Yeah, but
Do you-
Daps, write it down. 29-year-old Rodri, 24-year-old Haaland, and Diaz.
I'll be honest, I've seen a front three of Marmoush, Savio, and Doku. It looks pretty fluid. So I'm over it with Rodri.
What, for 10 years?
You can't win anything without a good centre back. Diaz has been an unbelievable centre back.
He has,
sleep
but
on
he's
him all the time.
hold on. Diaz
the
has been a
hardest
great
one to
centre
survive.
back with Walker next to him.
He's got Guardiola on the left
Individually,
now, and
he's
he's
been-
got Aïnour on the other side.
individually,
And
he's
right
been
backs,
fantastic.
fair
He
enough,
has, he had. Listen,
Do you think
I'm not
we've seen-
disrespecting
do you think we've seen the
Diaz
best
in
of
his first
Haaland
season.
yet?
Can you promise me Rodri's Ballon d'Or level still?
yeah.
Like, come on. Now, Steve,
I don't
that's
think
got
we-
to be.
I don't think we've seen
for
the
how
best of
many
Haaland.
I
years?
think if Rodri was playing last season, I still think we might have even won the league.
Does Haaland get a Ballon d'Or?
I truly believe that. I think Rodri's that integral to the side.
Yeah.
I think he changes.
We all know
That's fine.
Haaland should have had a Ballon d'Or.
Yeah, exactly.
I think Rodri deserved it the year that everyone said Haaland should have
But
got
I think
it. He won everything.
I think Erling is.
I think it's quite close,
He's got
but then when you do
Erling's
Diaz as
not there
well...
yet.
I think he can play to 34, 35.
I think
That's
we've
6
seen.
years
I
at
think
top.
we've seen Rodri's ceiling. We know where he is. I don't think he gets better than what he is now.
he
I
can
think.
stay there for me.
I think Erling gets better.
And also it's the age thing, it's 29
thing,
against
yeah.
24.
Diaz has got room to
Do you know
grow.
what I mean?
Diaz is a
Diaz as well,
world-class
we've not,
centre-back.
exactly, we've not even really
Look at
mentioned
like
Diaz.
Cruz and
Listen,
whatever,
I-
and Modric
for-
goes to
for-
36, 37.
for me,
playing
Diaz-
Champions League
Think
level
about
winning.
Haaland, that's a generational
You're right what you said about
striker.
Rodri. We've seen what the effect of Rodri has.
Yeah.
But we haven't seen what the effect of Haaland has. If you take Haaland out of our
And
team,
again-
now-
again, it's 10 years versus
last
4.
season when Haaland wasn't playing for them, I think 6 weeks. That was potentially our most fluid time up top. So we have seen it. We have seen it.
It's not about Diaz.
Nah. We look
Haaland
more
about
fluid.
draw, mate.
We look more fluid without Haaland.
What,
We can't finish.
We look
can't
more
finish our
fluid.
chances
I'm not
without
saying
Haaland.
he's better. We look more fluid.
He had a bad season, scored 30 plus goals. I mean, he's outstanding.
I'm not telling
He
you
got
back on Rodri.
52. And again, it's the age thing. I know you said he can go on a while, but how long is Rodri going to stay at City, realistically? 5 years?
Well-
Haaland, you're going to get 10 years. And you've
I
got
think it's the
Diaz
age
behind
thing. The
as
age.
well.
I think we'd
Diaz
rather
is- exactly.
have the
They're the
Erling
same
coming
age.
into his prime, innit?
Would you rather have sold Phil Foden and kept Cole Palmer, or sold Palmer and kept Foden?
Absolute
Come on,
no-brainer.
man. Nonsense.
Boovy, come on.
I do like chippy chips, to be fair, but I'm not going to go that far.
No, Phil
What I'll say about
Foden's-
Foden is, I think it's one season now. It's a real big test for him. I really do. I think he's got to prove himself. I think he doesn't have to prove himself to me. I've seen him perform unbelievable things. But last season, I thought he was a little bit flat. So I think he has to improve this
Would,
season.
would Cole Palmer be Cole Palmer of today if he stayed at City? I don't think. I think he's a good. I think he'd be a good player. I think he'd be in our team now, but I don't think he'd be anywhere near what he has done at Chelsea.
Foden's still achieved all the things Palmer wants to achieve still anyway. So
And I think,
we're
I think
talking
what we've
about,
got to agree on as well is that at the time Cole Palmer was sold, nobody was really bothered
Decent
because
deal.
we had Riyad Mahrez and Bernardo, and everyone sort of
I was
thought,
good. I'm not gonna lie, but still, yeah.
I was thinking if we're going to sell him, we're going to get 25, 30 million. It comes
hold on.
45. I was thinking.
Let's
not
look
that
at.
bad.
I think Foden's a year younger than Cole Palmer, right? Look at how many.
No, I think the other way around.
It's the way around.
Sorry,
Yeah, yeah.
sorry.
Yeah.
Either way, Foden has had one bad season, and if we're being honest, Cole Palmer's had 1.5 good seasons, right?
And he was poor last season, by the way.
The rest, so there we go. We're looking at all the seasons Foden's had that are good, and said he's had one bad season. With Cole Palmer,
PFA Player of the Year award.
multiple
Who's the
times.
last
Young
English player to do
player
that?
twice, PFA Player of the Year.
Yeah. And that's what I'm saying.
And
with
people
Foden, we're
jump on
going
the
one
England
bad
thing.
year. With Cole Palmer, we're
without
saying one good
Foden
year.
dropping a bad season like Boovy said, no one's putting this conversation together. But you're allowed one bad season with how many good seasons Phil
Exactly,
Foden's
that's
had.
what I'm saying.
And
And
it's
Phil's
Phil
got to
Foden.
bounce back
It doesn't
now.
even downplay Palmer for being a brilliant talent. He clearly is. But the thing is, ultimately as well, Foden's a City lad who's done it for years and been an integral part of a City side in multiple different positions.
Hold on, lads.
We do not achieve what we do without him.
Cole Palmer's a red.
Exactly.
He's a red.
But to be,
fan of blue now, Chelsea blue.
to be fair to Cole Palmer, though, he's never ever. That's never come up in
Yeah,
conversation.
no,
he was
He's
at
always-
Fulham as well,
He's
celebrating
always
as well.
respected
Yeah.
City,
Yeah.
and I don't think there's any Man City fan that wishes Cole Palmer any
No,
bad
no,
vibes.
I
We
rate
all
him
love
as a
Cole
footballer,
Palmer.
yeah. I love
You know what I mean? If he signs for United down
Yeah,
the road,
that's different.
Might be different. But at the
Cole
minute,
Palmer's like,
holds
he's a
true.
hypothetical, isn't he? And Foden's proof. He's actual.
Yeah.
Living.
He's
He's
a blue.
lived it. He's lived it.
But they both came out of our academy, so credit to the club.
Yeah.
Would you rather peak David Silva or peak Kevin De Bruyne?
It's a very tough one.
De Bruyne is just more fun for me. Just more fun. No, that's it. David Silva is genius, but I don't know. De Bruyne has just done things I don't think were even possible with a football. It's as simple as that, really, for me.
I think David Silva's done the same. I think
Yeah.
Silva's level is better than De Bruyne.
I think he
really
came
do.
through just almost like a generation before KDB, but I think just the treble for me is what does it.
It's dominating the teams in like Liverpool and Arsenal and things like that. And David Silva is there, absolutely. I'm just saying, if I had to choose one of them, which we have to do, if one's like 10, one's 9.9 maybe, I don't even know. Maybe
I
they're
think
both
one,
10s. It's so
one's
close.
moments, the other's consistency.
Yeah, exactly.
But the moments are more fun for me, that's
David
makes
Silva
sense. It's
dropped
just
an
the
8
fun.
or 9 out of 10 minimum every week.
Yeah.
And KDB had the odd 6 or 7, but then there was some 11s, do you know what I mean? So
Yeah, 100%.
I would say as well, David Silva till the moment he left, whereas I'll be honest, Kevin De Bruyne last season, it
I
wasn't
think
there for
David
me.
Silva left a little bit more ripe though.
I just think that David Silva changed the Man City fans. I don't think we'd ever seen anything like it. I think in the way, like Luke said, 8, 9 out of 10 every week. It almost became just the norm to see him play that well.
Yeah,
you know
absolutely.
what I mean?
Yeah,
and he
didn't-
glided around.
Did
that
he even
pitch
really have
all
a
the
peak?
time.
His peak was the whole time.
You
wasn't
could
it?
have Aguero there as well, and probably move over there as well. That's the
Yeah,
thing,
same
is, like,
with.
that's the
I mean,
thing,
De
is, like,
Bruyne
it's just-
with the treble, what we've achieved, 4 in a row, etc. I get that. I think, but David Silva, I know Kevin's getting a statue. He's got a statue. I think a lot of City fans now claiming David Silva is the best we've ever seen. But it, like you said, it's so close. It always, I'm here, I'm torn. You know what I mean? I always want to jump over there while you speak and then jump back.
Yeah.
when I
Ultimately, if
speak.
I watch David Silva, I see a magician, I see beauty that I never saw ever growing up as a City fan. And Kevin De Bruyne, for me, it's like he's just giving me the bombast as well as the beauty, and he's giving me the moments. And I've seen him bully sides as well. I've seen him bully Arteta on the sidelines. I've seen him go to the Bernabeu, or go to Anfield, and that's obviously David Silva's done a lot of these things too. But there's just something about the way he strikes the
athleticism,
ball.
isn't it? It's athleticism.
Yeah, it's the power of
Gerrard-esque
it.
at points,
It's
you know
just,
what
I don't know, visually to watch what David Silva does is incredible. But you had that, and then you had this, the amount of times I said wow out loud at Kevin De Bruyne. It's just, I had goosebumps thinking about him. Like, to me, he's the greatest ever midfielder in the Premier League.
Best player of all time.
David Silva for me.
Nah, KDB.
Yeah.
Oh, so
Are we going, yeah?
We'll have a wedge.
Fantastic.
It's David Silva.
I'm an Aguero man.
Yeah, he is actually. Yeah, you're right.
Split.
I've always been Aguero. But any of them, you could choose, you know what I mean?
Ask me on Tuesday or Thursday, Friday. It's a different answer most of the time. But
KDB for me, treble.
Yeah, I think it's KDB. It's just them.